Okay. There we go. Apologies if you can hear my water boiling in the background. My new tea maker is currently making my tea in the infuser. So that'll be ready in a couple minutes. We're back. So tonight, yes, as Drew alluded to, we are going to continue to get through this game, Dragon Quest, on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Um, yeah. A couple things. New podcast episode should be out tomorrow, hopefully. Um, oh, there was the beep. So now that it's beeped, the water is going to go into the infuser and then drip it back in, and it will make a lovely cup of coffee. Uh, Please consider a donation to Extra Life to benefit Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We are up to $420 this year. Apologies that I'm a couple minutes late. I was on the phone with a family member. My father had surgery this morning, so I was getting the afternoon update on him, and he's fine. But I was getting the afternoon update on what's been going on with that because I was in work stuff all day, so and I just kind of didn't realize what the time was. Yeah, let's dive into Dragon Quest. We gotta kill a minute or two while my tea finishes doing its thing, but the Switch had an update today, and they now have the Nintendo Switch Online is all. He had to have his other knee replacement. So he had a knee replacement. When did I get this job? 2009. So like 2011 ish. He had the one knee done, and they said we're gonna have to do the other one at some point, and some point became like now. So he had that done, but yeah, he's fine. Um, and my aunt is out there with him. Uh, Hi, puzzle. Is out there with him, so whatever, it's fine. He'll be okay. And yeah, so I was talking to them, and I realized like, oh crap, it's like 6:50. I gotta go. I was like, I gotta leave. Oh, oh, hi, puzzle. Uh oh, There's gonna be a tail. There's gonna be a tail and a butt in the camera in a second here. Hi, puzzle. What are you doing? Do you want to play? Well, yeah. Can you? Yeah. I used to play Dragon Quest with your grandma, Mama Dude, back in uh 1990 or so, and your Uncle Fathead. You want to eat? I bet you want to eat. That was a yes. All right, let me get my tea and I'll feed him, and then we'll get going here. Come on, come on, let's go, let's go. My tea is actually still kind of dripping out, so give it a couple minutes. So yeah, the Switch updated today, And now they have the Nintendo Switch Online, and there's a news item about it. Where is it? Yeah, new system update. So we're at 11.0, and yeah, the Nintendo Switch Online has been added to the home menu, which is, yeah, that's kind of cool. There's a cloud save thing that you can do, and you have to actually turn on automatic downloads. So for some games, it automatically does it, and then for some it doesn't. But you have to turn it on. Animal Crossing just had a update recently to do that. Trending feature for user pages to see what games are trending with your friends. I only like vaguely care about that. Here's a cool thing. You can now send with the share button. You can send a screenshot right to social media, like you can like on I guess the Xbox kind of does it better than the PlayStation does, but like the share button on the PS4. And then you can transfer screenshots and videos with USB. Finally, so I'm gonna this weekend I'm gonna pull all my stuff off, and what else we got? There's button mapping stuff. I mean, this is a massive update. Really cool. So, all right, let me get my tea, and then we will. Shout out to Knights of Pen and Paper. This game is really cool. I was playing it on the weekend. Very fun. So, all right. While the credits roll, I'll get my tea. Let me turn the heat down too. Okay. All right. So we will venture forth. Brave Camilla, thou art returned to us. By my troth, thou growest mightier with each passing day. My God, why did they choose this? If it be in the power of any man to deliver us from the Dragon Lord's tyranny, that man is surely thee. Verily, 'tis not without reason that the people do begin to dream of a brighter tomorrow. Earn another 1,084 points of experience, and thou shalt attain a new level. Okay, whatever. Alright, so. Do I plan on finishing it all the way through? Yeah, I think so. It's not, like, super long. It just kind of seems like it because of the grinding. Alright, so what we're supposed to do is go to the Swamp Cave. Okay, so I know where that is. We passed by the Swamp Cave. Yeah, the idea of this is to, like, actually, like, finish this. Alright, so the Swamp Cave... Oh, I wish this game had a map. Is... I'd like to go through all the Dragon Quest games because there's a whole bunch of them I've never beaten. The only Dragon Quest games I've beaten are 4, 5. Yeah, we got to go around. Okay. 4, 5, and 8. And I'm like halfway through the newest 11, the newest one. Actually, Dragon Quest 11 is about to show up on the Xbox Game Pass. So, if anybody wants to pick it up, now's a good time. I have it on the, Oh, I think it's on the Switch I have it. Maybe. I think it's the Switch. But I'd love to, over time, over, like, playing other games in between them. I'd love to go through all these games. Because a lot of them I haven't. I mean, Dragon Warrior / Quest just never took off in my town the way Final Fantasy did. We were all red hot for Final Fantasy and lukewarm for Dragon Warrior. Yeah, so it's over here, right? Yeah. Okay, so Shadow Cave is the cave that holds Princess Gwaelin, but hold your horses. Although our levels are sufficient, we aren't strong enough to fight the guardian that guards her yet, the green dragon. We need to simply get through the cave to the other side, go to Rimolder, and take care of some stuff before we try to rescue the princess, which includes getting better equipment. Walk into the cave, cast Radiant, and shoot down south a straight shot, not turning any paths, because you might run into the green dragon. Yeah, I vaguely remember this. Just go south, and you'll end up with a block area to where the stairs are. Okay. Yeah, I remember as a kid going, "Oh wow, it's the dragon," and then he like one shot kills you, and it was like, "Oh, whoops, dough." Mm. Oh, this tea is so good. Yeah. Okay, so spells. Let's heal first off. And then glow. Yeah, you just go south. But, like, Dragon Quest 2 and 3, I barely played. I played through 4 and 5 on the Game Boy Advance, I want to say they were. No, maybe it's the DS. But yeah, if you make any of those turns, you're gonna run in. The dragon's gonna be there, and he's gonna yeah, he's gonna wreck you. All right, so now we're on the other continent. Okay. Oh, here's the map. I figured it out. I figured out what button you had to hit. So where are we? Okay, we're down there. So, okay, so you're on a completely different continent. Now you have to get to Rimolder. Once outside, go west and south, following the mountains. It's on an island with a desert-like path. So go west and south. Wait, where are we? Oh, okay, I see where we are. We're in the middle. So, west and south. Oh, okay, I see. I see where it is. Oh, be quiet over there. Yeah, I just didn't hit the right button combo before to find it. Alright, so we gotta go down. West. So what was it? West and south and then east. At least the enemies are still pretty easy for the most part. See, that's the thing with these games. Like, if you... Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. If you grind enough... The grinding sucks, but if you grind enough, you get to a certain point in the game where you're just kind of cruise. Like, when I replayed Final Fantasy in the spring, that's how that game is. The first, like, 4 or 5 hours of it are tough. Fair, but tough, because you're under-leveled. But once you hit a certain threshold, it's about level 10 or so, you hit a certain threshold, and your characters just take off. Especially the Black Belt. I mean, he just, by the end, I mean, he is just a killing machine. Alright. Town of Remulder, let's make sure. Yeah, thou art come unto the town of Remulder. Stranger, we bid thee welcome. Alright, so what do we gotta do here? If you have money, buy a broadsword for 1,500. Do we have 1,500? We don't have 1,500. You shouldn't have enough money for the magic armor yet. We're going to run around and purchase it in a second after exploring the town. Magic keys are sold here, but don't bother purchasing them yet. Okay. Wait, what is this? So come back in. Seems that you're having to walk all the way back. Walk over your base. Come complain late. We're already on. Okay, we're already on page 2 here. Alright, so we need the broadsword. I do grind a lot of other games so I can easily play through storyline. Yeah, I mean, that was the thing with Final Fantasy when I replayed that. Alright, we gotta do a little bit of grinding for a couple hundred. Yeah, once you get to about level 10 or so, particularly your black belt just, like, takes off. And your black mage does too. And yeah, you start just mowing stuff down. So eventually it's worth it. Even if it is a pain in the ass. Which it, most certainly is. I mean, that was just how games were back then, for the most part. Yeah, we just need to get to 1,500, so this shouldn't take too long. We can get the broadsword. Because we have... What do we have right now? The Iron Axe. See, that's what sucks in this game, is, like, every time you get to, it's like, okay, you just bought some stuff? Here's some more stuff to buy. Beware wolf. that's I like that. It's cute. Yeah, but we're in 40 experience, 60 gold, so we're already at 1433. There's supposed to be an armor here, but the guide says to wait. Then we can go do some other stuff before we need it. I bet it's expensive. Yeah, see, 60, 1493. You know, the grinding is really bad in this when you're fighting. You're fighting slimes and stuff like that over and over again. When they're giving you 2 instead of 50 or 60. Yeah, steel broadsword. Yeah, magic armor is 7,700. And then let's sell Iron Axe. So we've already got 363 again. Okay. Alright, ignore the magic armor for now. Go down to the inn, rest if you need to... they're just telling you what all the people in the town say. I don't care. Go back to the magic key shop and purchase 2 magic keys. Okay. Is that... Oh, wait. Yeah, I know where it is. It's not here. We have to go back north. Legends tell the mighty Eldrick did use the Rain's bow as a bridge to reach the Forsaken Island north and west of here. Oh, medicinal herbs, torches, okay. Do we need any... We can use a Chimera Wing. Alright, we need to go back up. Or wait. We have to go back north slightly to get the magic keys. So, what were we doing to get them? I kind of skipped over that. Before crossing the bridge... Go up hugging the river as you go, and there should be a blue-haired man. Okay. What bridge? Oh yeah, this is good. Okay, so let's go back through here. Oh, we must have missed it. Yeah, I wish they'd made this easier to level up a bit. Alright, so before we cross the bridge, we're supposed to hug the river until we find a blue-haired man. Hugging the river as you go. I don't see anybody. Okay, so here's the bridge. Ooh, gold golem. Yeah, I was gonna say, he's gonna take off a ton of points. Shit. Alright, we gotta heal. $650 gold. Alright, we're supposed to, before the bridge, hug the river. It's not on the other side. So it's gotta be on that side. Or else, I don't know. Yeah, these enemies are starting to get harder. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about here. Because it's not here. There's no person. Um. Before crossing the bridge, go up hugging the river as you go. Talk to the blue man you come across, and he'll head west, hugging the river. Go down across the bridge. Oh, you have to actually cross the bridge. Oh, this is okay. The way this is written is not great. I love it. Beware wolf. It's great. Yeah, Citizen Kane's really good. Yeah, it's a really, really good film. Alright, so cross the bridge. Go down, cross the bridge, and talk to the fat green man. What are they talking about? There's no person here. Hmm. Alright, let's go back to the town. There was a lot of Orson Welles talk on social media the other day. I'm not sure why, but for some reason he came up a lot one day. Let's go back to the town. Hug the river. Oh, up there. Maybe. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, there were a lot of people going on and on about him. Hmm. All right, we gotta get over there. How do we do that? Who are you? No, no. Yeah, yeah. I have the criterion of it. Okay. Ah, here they are. Yes. I would like a magic key. I'll take a bunch of them. Give me a bunch. How many did they say to give? Okay, yeah, this guide is just not written well. I'm not permitted to sell. Okay, we have as many as we can get. Okay, good. Now head back to the magic key shop and purchase 2 magic keys. Go to the inn and unlock 2 doors. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, so go out of the town and then go back into the town. Alright. Are there any other ones? Nope. Okay, so now, all right, now we gotta grind. In fact, actually, let's actually go and save. And then come back here. That way we definitely save. Just in case. Just in case. Because it's not that far to get back there. Yeah, it's a one thing in this game. You can't save everywhere, so you gotta. I mean, it's not. Oh, here's a place for a magic key. Ooh, it's a bunch of seeds. And another magic key. And some gold. Nice. Awesome. Is there anything else around here? There's in Final Fantasy, there's a bunch of locked doors in the first castle as well. That you get once you get there's like a magic key in that game too you have to get, and then you go back and actually if you've been leveling and getting the right weapons you need, the stuff that's in there isn't actually super helpful. um it's kind of a I don't know, it's kind of blown out of proportion a little bit. I guess it kind of depends on when you go and what order you do everything in the game. And actually, this game, this is all, we're all building here to go save the princess. You can actually beat this game without saving the princess. And you can just kind of like... I think you get like a I guess the ending's a little different, like in the way you interact with the king. But yeah, you can just like leave her there and still beat the game. Yeah, it's totally not a requirement, which is pretty funny. Yeah, this is the one that we just have to go south through to avoid the dragon. The princess is in here somewhere. Um but if you try to get to her, the dragon confronts you, and at this level he'll just like one shot kill you basically. Okay. So level up outside of Rimalder, the goal is 7,700 gold. Yeah, that dragon is like really not like a little later in the game you can go back. All right, so we got 1900, we need to get to 7700. My god. Look at all these critical hits I'm getting. Interesting. At least there's some pretty good enemies here that'll give like those golems that were given, what was it, 650? You know, you run into a bunch of them and you're there quicker than you think. Yeah, I wish they'd tweak that. Like the gold standard for reissues of these games is the Sega Ages version of Fantasy Star, which they like quadruple the experience points you get and kind of cut down the damage you take, and it makes the game really playable. And Fantasy Star's an awesome friggin' game. Fantasy Star had a woman protagonist in 1987. It's pretty cool. And actually, Greg Stewart just started playing Fantasy Star 2 on his stream on Tuesday, on Monday night. Yeah, super progressive, no doubt. And Fantasy Star 2, oh, Fantasy Star 2 is a slog to get through, like this is for sure. Fantasy Star 2 has a cool swerve ending, though. And all I will say is that you're not on the planet you think you are, and it's a total, like, what? When you find out where you really are, and who your actual enemies are in the game that have been kind of hidden from you. And it just kind of gets thrown in the ending. And the ending kind of ends like you go to fight them and the game it like fades to black, and then Fantasy Star 3 is 1,000 years later and you're like, whoa. It's really cool. Yeah, actually when I podcasted about Fantasy Star 3, I actually talked about the how progressive um Fantasy Star was as opposed to Fantasy Star 3. Fantasy Star 3 very much puts women back, and they're in your party, but they're very much put in a position where, because Fantasy Star 3 takes place over 3 generations, and at the end of each generation, you have to marry one of the women in your party, and then that forks the plot. So you either, if you marry the one woman, you get one protagonist. and if you marry the other woman, you get another protect. So there's like 6 or 8 different versions of the game that build out, which is that's kind of cool too. Um, but the women at the end of the day are mostly like hot 80s anime babes that you marry at the end. You just kind of pick your your green haired or red haired or blue haired lady. Oh, we level up. And there's actually a review I cited. It's linked in the show notes from a British gaming magazine at the time that wrote a really long review of Phantasy Star 3 that very much scolded it for being sexist. And it's a really interesting thing to read, circa the early 90s, someone really taking the game to task for going from the first game, which is very progressive, to the third game, which is, yeah, like the women are just kind of there to, yeah, you just pick your hot anime babe to marry this generation. And it really, like, I remember I screen grabbed it on Twitter when I was researching it. This was like last summer. Not like summer, but the one before that. And it was so interesting to read someone say something like that. Oh yeah, yeah, the big boobed maidens and all the villages. Yeah, yeah, it's noticeable. Yeah, busty maidens. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like a lot of these games back then, kind of alternated between, yeah, the women in your party that were like real kick ass, and then the ones that were, yeah, they were there as like they were there as like a romance choice, or as like a. I mean, there are some games that do that better than others. Like Final Fantasy IV, Rosa and Cecil's relationship is very much at the center of the game. But she's very like very traditionally like a feminine white mage and whatnot, and she gets kidnapped at one point too. And there's kind of a love triangle sort of. Well, one character thinks that he's in a love triangle with her, but he's really not. Um, but it's interesting. Like when Cecil kind of face turns after starting the game as a heel, it's very much part of it is because of Rosa, really imploring him to, go babyface. Yeah, see, we're already up to 3,000, so we're getting there quick. Quicker than you think. And then, yeah, there are other games like the first Final Fantasy. Like, there's a Princess Sarah is just kind of there in the beginning to give you and you rescue her from Garland, and then she gives you an item, and that's about it. Oh wow, we're down to 14. Jeez. Yeah, we're gonna have to heal at the end a bunch of times, I think. One thing this game does do very well is when you get down there, it changes colors to let you know, hey, you're low on you're low. So that's like good because it's very easy in games like this to just kind of like be sitting here grinding and just be like, oh, whatever. And then, oh shit, I have like 4 HP. I did that in Fantasy Star 3 one time when we streamed it. I just didn't, like, I was like not really paying attention and was just like, oh, that's not good. and we got out of the battle, but it was like, that sucked. But yeah, what's cool about Phantasy Star 3 is like the marriage choices themselves. Yeah, it's a bit chauvinistic, but like the idea of it being like that you can get a different plot out of each choice. It's that's cool. Yeah, adds a lot of replay value. Yeah, another gold golem. Good. Yeah, that should take him out. Yep. There we go. Yeah, 650. So we're up to already up to 4100. So, and it says that we should end up at level 13. So we're at 12, right? Yeah, so we'll get to 13 probably doing this too. So, yeah, so no, this works out. There's a Dragon Quest game where you marry people and then it changes the game too. Uh, is that I think it's 5 is the one where you're given two choices, like I think this is the one I'm thinking of, where it's like your childhood friend who you could like you know you've always had like a thing kind of simmering with, and then some other person, and I think the idea is that most people pick the other person. I think that's 5. It's 5 or 6. Gold Golem? No. These skeleton scrapers give a lot of points too. 42, 62. Yeah, that's good too. For sure. Ooh, we're down to 20. Alright, let's heal. You progress the plot, because so what's gonna happen next is you get the armor, and then you go back to the cave to get the princess, and you fight the dragon. It says here it can be a pretty tough battle. You might have to go in a couple times. And it says, just keep hitting them, and heal. And you'll find the princess. And then you go to the castle, and then she promises to marry you. And then I didn't print enough of we might get there. What time? What time? It's only like 8, right? Or yeah. Um, we might get there. We gotta get the armor first, though, because what the magic armor does too, it heals you as you walk, um, which is obviously super useful. Yes, let's go back up. Actually, let's heal again. Let's get up to 60. Let's try to get one of those, another gold golem. So, yeah, we might get there before 9. And then I gotta get off at 9. I gotta set up in the bedroom. I just got my my old Roku that I had in the bedroom is like not working right anymore. So I bought a cheap one of those, the not the fire boxes, but like one of the little fire sticks. So I got one of those. Hold on, I gotta exit out of something that got in the way of the chat. So I gotta set up all the apps on that tonight. But I've had that Roku for like 8, 9 years, and I don't think a lot of the apps don't update. I don't think anymore, and it's like not working right. So, fall semester we have one more full week and then finals. So, so the way they're doing finals this semester, so what they're doing is it's gonna be it's not going to be block scheduling like it normally is. It's just going to be whatever time your class is. Um, because remember, most classes are DLCs. So all the virtual ones, or, on campus ones are just whenever the class is just when your final is. So my virtual classes are Tuesday, Thursday, 9:30, and 11. So I'm just gonna knock them out on the same day, which is great. And then it's just a matter of the rest of the week. I just have to grade. Everything's take homes. In fact, I just sent them out today. 102 is a take home. And cinema, all their stuff's due next week. Their term papers due this week. I think it's due tomorrow. I think that's how I think it's tomorrow or like Sunday or something like that. And then, ooh, 11. Jeez. Okay, we gotta go heal. Everything's term papers except 102. Their term paper is due this week, and then they have a take-home exam. So I just sent that out today. So they have like 2 weeks to do it or something like that. So then the week of finals, I just have the one day that I have class, and then the rest of it, just hanging out here grading. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of stuff, but And we'll get through it. We always do. During finals week, I usually take the whole week. I don't normally put final grades in until the last day they're due. So final grades are due 2 days after the last day of finals. So I normally don't put them in until that night. For a couple reasons. One, because I'm usually not done. Two, that way anything that comes in late, um, I can just get grade and then, I don't have to do, if you put it in early, then you have to do a change of grade form and, it's a pain. You're doing paperwork at that point. Sucks. So I think that's the fairest way, especially this semester, you know. Another, okay, good, gold golem. Here we go. But it takes a while, for sure. Um, it's I mean, it's like no other set of papers. If they're good, you move quick. If they're not, you don't move quick. I mean, that's kind of always the issue. Because that's what I just had that conversation with a class the other day. I'm like, the better your papers are, the easier they are for me to grade, and the quicker you get them back. Then, and they seem to get that. All right, let's go back to the thing this semester, though, because the classes have less people in them, the virtual classes only have 15. Because of how, when we were going to be face to face, for social distancing, so they capped them at 15. So, it's only 15. And so that will make it move a little quicker. But yeah, it takes. Yeah, it definitely takes a while. Yeah, and the thing with the checking the grades too is, WebAdvisor only updates in the morning, so you know you can't check it all day because it's not going to change even if something's been submitted. Yeah, and once I submit it, it's out of my hands. But yeah, I mean, I kind of take my time these days. There was a time when I tried to like really move through them, but that time's kind of expired. And especially right now when like I can't just go sit in my office one day and do a whole ton of stuff, and because that's a lot of times, particularly in the spring, what I would do is go in one day at like 8 in the morning and just grade till like lunch, and then go out to lunch with a colleague. There were a couple of us, a couple of years in a row, we were going to the Vietnamese place over in Centerton. I forget what it's called, but it's like really good. And then go back and then grade till like dinner time, and you get like a good chunk of it done. But yeah, I mean, if the papers are good, you move through them pretty quick. But when they're not, you know, and I don't even necessarily heavily comment at the end of the semester anyway, but nevertheless, you still gotta read it. But at the same time, I feel like I set up the classes so that there's a bunch of checks to make sure that you don't end up there. Yes, still word counts. I don't do page counts. I don't want to get into a philosophical debate about what 3.5 pages is. I have no interest in doing that. Oh, jeez, hold on. I got a WinZip pop up. Alright, spell, heal. See, we're already up to 71. So, what did this want us to go to? 77. So we're almost there. And then I wonder how close we are to the level up. We were right there. All right, we got the level up. We learned the Zoom spell. Cast a spell to get into a Zoom meeting. Instantly turn into the safety of a stronghold. Yeah, I personally prefer word counts myself in my own writing, um, because for me, it lets me set like daily writing goals for something that are, I feel like they're attainable. Like if you say, like one of the things I always say to students, and you probably heard, particularly like in 101, you probably heard me say this to students in your class, yeah, in your class for sure. Uh, like, write 50 words a day over a week, and you've got, 350 words. Okay, well, okay, so maybe then you got a little bit more to do. All right, well, next paper, write 100 words a day. All right, well, over 7 days, that's 700 words already. And if the paper needs to be 1,000, well, guess what? You're already almost there. And if you can get people into that habit, they'll be fine. I think that's so much of it is, you know, I was just in a meeting. We were talking about stuff like this today. Like, so much of it is about getting into good habits and not, you know, yeah, not putting it off till the end or trying to write, okay, the paper's 1,000 words. Let me try to write 800 of them today. Because that just doesn't work. And if you can get yourself, yeah, into that situation. And the thing, too, is like, say it's 100 words. 100 words isn't that many words when you think about it. I mean, that's like a paragraph or two. I've had students, you know, I had a student last year that I got them writing a paragraph a day, no matter how long it was. But it was like a paragraph a day, and they'd get enough of it done over a couple of weeks where then that day that, they needed to do a little more, it wasn't so like, oh my god, I have to do like 1,000 words or whatever. And it was like way, way more manageable for them. 'Cause I think so many people, particularly if you're used to just procrastinating and then, bullshitting it out the night before, you never really probably thought about how long something is in that way. That like 3 pages seems like this daunting thing. Because like you get through a page and you're like, oh, that took me forever. Oh, I gotta do 2 more of those. And here, let me just slide this over so I can lean a little bit. My neck hurts. But if you write 50 words a day, 100 words a day, you get there. And it's just a matter of, I think a big part of it is, getting momentum every day with a project. Where if you, every day, you do more and more of it, by the time you're done, you're going to be pretty proud of yourself, too. It's going to build your confidence. And I think that's one of the big things that so many students lack is the confidence. Because they're used to just, procrastinating and then, knocking it out. Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. But, if you do it that way, then, you're good to go, probably. It won't be a big deal. All right, let's go buy this. I want to buy. I want the magic armor. Sell. And so we're already up to 1,500 because we sold the other one. Alright, save at the end. We're gonna go back to the castle to save, and then, yeah, we can go give it a shot. I need one of those items that let you go back. Was it this guy? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we need a Chimera wing. In fact, let's get 2. Then we'll go save. Yeah, because you can't save anywhere else, so we've gone up 2 levels tonight. Let's just make sure we saved. if they were gonna reissue this like properly, not this, you know, iPad app nonsense, you'd want fast travel too. That would help a lot. And this map isn't. I mean, this is totally not huge. We are um over there on the left in the middle. Yeah, and auto save. Yeah, auto saving. Yeah, definitely. Some of these RPGs that get reissued do have auto saving. Some of the more recent Square Enix reissues, like the Mana ones and stuff like that, um, they all have autosave. Yeah, that's really helpful. Yeah, 'cause this is a game where if you go, oh, all right, let's go get the dragon, and then you don't think, oh crap, I should go save, and then the dragon beats you, you're screwed. Cool background. Yeah, speaking from experience back in the day, in that regard, that might have happened once or twice. All right, so oh, did I show off that I got, and I didn't get a chance to boot it up yet, but I got my Commodore 64 Mini. So I'm gonna boot that up this weekend. I got my Neo Geo. It's in the other room, but I got my Neo Geo one too. Um, Next week we're gonna play Blazing Lasers. That game freaking rules. Yeah, the Commodore one. I'm really looking forward to messing around with that. We had an Apple II, not a Commodore, but a lot of my friends had Commodores. So I spent a lot of time with Commodores. Okay, so make sure you're all healed and saved before going to take on the Green Dragon. He can be tough. With the magical armor equipped, you automatically start healing yourself. So from the entrance, go straight north until you hit the northern entrance of the cave. Then go right and down, hugging the right-hand wall until you hit a barrier. And there's a door. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay, I see. Oh yeah, look, there he is. Alright, we're healed. Oh, we've 69 HP. Nice. We're gonna take a, we're gonna take a screen grab of that. Alright, we're healed. We got our. So what are we doing? We're in a Dream Dragon. So hit him with the broadsword. Keep yourself healed. If you find yourself in trouble, run away and regroup. And then try again. Once he perishes, use one of your magic keys on the door and talk to the captive princess. Okay. Alright, let's give this a shot. Just all these ghosts just wandering around in these Dragon Quest games. When I was playing Dragon Quest Builders a couple of years ago, I was thinking about. I'm like, man, there's just all these ghosts. Okay. Whoa, 16. Shit. Okay. 12. Alright, that's not too bad. Oh, he did a double attack. Ooh, okay. We gotta heal. Let's actually double heal. Get ourselves back up into the 60s. 18. Damn. Yeah, we gotta play defense in this battle. Got him. She looks like Princess Toadstool. At long last, one has come who will deliver me from my plight. Brave hero, I am Glaylin, I think. Princess of Tangigiel. Hast thou taught... I hate this language so much. Hast thou tarried a moment longer, the Dragon Lord would surely have made me his bride. Ugh, okay. Merely to imagine such an unspeakable fate striketh dread in my dainty heart. Ugh. Thou wilt, of course, escort me to my home, the palace? Yes. Carmilla takes the princess in his big, strong arms. Okay. Dude, this game. Can we use our Chimera Wing for this? Oh, we gotta go. Okay, wait, we gotta use a spell first. We gotta evac. Oh, we're pretty close. So. Let's heal. Yeah, that was, ooh. That was kind of a thing in fantasy novels, though, of, like, dragons stealing maidens in that way. I don't even want to say it out loud, but, like, that was, like, a thing. For sure. It's like as you're fighting slimes, carrying her. I like how, yeah, can I get the, yeah. I like how, she's been kidnapped by the dragon, but she has perfectly braided hair still. That's great. That's like that moment on Game of Thrones when like kayfabe is broken in your head when you realize, like, why are these people all perfectly made up like models when they live in this like medieval society that's like a total shithole, and you're just like, ooh, whoops. Yeah, we're just gonna carry her to the king. Brave Carmilla, thou hast delivered mine only child from evil. Words cannot express my gratitude. I shall, father, but first I must give brave Carmilla a token of my undying appreciation. Brave Carmilla, verily and truly, from the bottom of my heart, I do love thee. Ooh. Pray accept this modest symbol of mine affection, humble though it may be. You're a princess! There's nothing humble about you! Oh my god. Thou we be far apart, ever shall I be at thy side. Now, brave Carmilla, go forth upon thy quest. Brave Carmilla, sensing mine anguish, thou didst deliver my beloved daughter from her plight and return her safely unto me. I shall not forget this great gift, nor shall I forget the man who gave it. But to business. Earn another 681 points of experience. Yes, let's save. O Carmilla, my hero, thy beloved princess adoreth thee so. These guys all have new dialogue. Okay. Circle up and around. Oh, is there another magic? Oh, yeah, there is another magical key up there. Oh, no kidding. Oh, another dude with some magical keys. Well, that's a good scam. Set up some magical key needs, and then set up your shop selling them all to people. What a dick. Does that take away? Oh, crap, it did take away my hit points. Jeez. that's all 3 pages. So what? We got 20 minutes. I'm honestly not sure where we're supposed to go yet next, and I didn't. That's all. I only printed 3 pages, so um, by the time I go print more, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, we started really moving here, for sure. And there's only I'm not even sure how many more pages there is, but it's not like huge. Um, we should be able to do this in a couple more streams probably. I don't know, 2 or 3, hopefully. But yeah, I really wanna play through all these Dragon Quest games because I never really did. I mean, a couple of them I did, but yeah, everybody in my because Dragon Warrior slash Quest came out first, and yeah, I mean you've seen what it's like. I mean it was maddening 30 years ago, and then Final Fantasy came out, and Final Fantasy had a guide in Nintendo Power, and so everybody veered off to the game with the guy. I always say this, but like Final Fantasy took off because there was a guide in Nintendo Power. Because that game makes no sense either. I mean, it kind of does, but like I had 3 or 4 friends that we were all playing it at the same time. So whatever one person didn't figure out, one of the other ones probably did, and would come into school and go, "Oh, here's what you have to do." With Dragon Warrior, it was just like, it was just so confusing, and there are ways to get items in this game where you can't go forward anymore. There's like a poisoned bracelet that you get, and then you can't like take it off, and they won't let you into towns, so you can't buy anything. uh it's ridiculous. And yeah, so everybody went to Final Fantasy, and then the in America, Dragon Quest 2, 3, and 4 didn't come out until like real late in the NES's cycle, like 92. I think one of them might even have been 93. So not great, because by then everybody had Super Nintendos, and a bit later, Final Fantasy 4 came out for the Super Nintendo, and Secret of Mana, and Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. And then we were by the time you get to 93, and then 94, it's Final Fantasy 6, Earthbound, Lufia, Breath of Fire. I mean, you're just like, Dragon Warrior is really lost in the shuffle until, yeah, I'd say when 8 came out on the PS1, which was like 99, 98, was really when I was like, oh, right, there's all these games in the series, and people on the internet really love them. I should probably go back and take a look at them. And the ones after this are better because you actually have a party like you do in like Phantasy Star or any other RPG, Final Fantasy. Um, they do get better than this, but yeah, this is a rough one. But I want to get, I want to play over the next couple of years. I want to actually play through all of them if I can. I'd really like to because I never have. So, and we'll of course alternate. We're gonna play Newtopia next week again, which, God, that game's so fun. There are all these cool Zelda clones back then that are all really fun. Newtopia on the TurboGrafx, Crusader Ascenti on the Genesis. Actually, there's a couple of Zelda clones on the Genesis, but the most prominent one's Crusader Ascenti. Um, they're good times. Ooh, I gotta update that stream element. That's not correct anymore. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Let me go look at the guide. Hi, Puzzle. Yeah, I mean, it's not like huge what's left. So, probably a couple streams at least. But yeah, I'd like to, cause yeah, let's go save. As we wrap up here, but yeah, next Thursday we're gonna play some more Utopia. I figured out where. Remember last time they were talking about that moss that lights up the dungeons? I figured out where it is. We have to go out of the dungeon, and it's in that area there. It's hidden in a wooded area. I know where it is now. So I'll I'll go get that and then go back. That dungeon was hard doing it in the dark. That was so stupid. I'm like, yeah, let's try it in the dark. Uh, yeah, that was not great on my part, but that's okay. But yeah, the on the Switch, they reissued it's 1, 2, and 3, I think. I don't think four's been reissued yet. And then five and six, I think it's the DS or the Game Boy Advance. I can't remember. I have it somewhere around here. I definitely have five. And then the rest are all like on the PlayStation, PS2. And then Dragon Quest 11 is on everything. PS4, Xbox. And yeah, it's going to be an Xbox Game Pass game like coming up, that's cool. It's really good. Yeah, I don't know if it's on the is Dragon Quest on the Nintendo Online? That's a good question. The Immortal. We'll stream the Immortal at some point. That game's cool. It's a dungeon crawler. It's really hard. Rygar is like an action RPG kind of game. Crystallis is an RPG. Crystallis was inspired by Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind, like really blatantly. And then Gradius. Double Dragon 2. We just hit the anniversary of Double Dragon 3 the other day. Kid Icarus was a game that I just never connected with. I don't know. And Star Tropics. Star Tropics was a hot game for a minute in my neighborhood because Nintendo Power did a big feature on it. It isn't good. Zelda 2. Metroid. We beat Metroid on stream. We beat Zelda 2 on stream too. A couple years ago. Blaster Master. Blaster Master's awesome. Ghosts and Goblins. Game's so annoying. Metroid. Adventures of Lolo. I have a friend who's really into the Adventures of Lolo games. Metroid. Twinbee. Zelda. Gradius. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess Gradius is not, or Dragon Warrior is not on the Nintendo the Switch Online thing. Interesting. Yeah, probably because of the reissues. Because you'll notice like Contra's not on there because there's the we were just playing the Contra reissue. Is it still on the front screen? No. We were playing on an extra like today. Oh, tomorrow, and we'll get to this game on RPG Thursday. Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light is reissued. The first Fire Emblem game. From 1990. You know, Fire Emblem didn't take off here till like 15 years later. And then it really took off with what was it? Awakening. Awakening was the one that like that was, oh boy, that was a red hot game. Right about this time that that year. What was that? Like 2015 or something like that. Yeah, so Sunday, we're going to play Rolling Thunder 2 on the Sega Genesis. Should be a good time. And then we'll be back here next week with Utopia again. And then next Sunday after that is, oh yeah, Blazing Lasers on the Neo Geo. More shooters. Should be good. So yeah, thanks everybody who stopped by. Thank you, Drew, for sticking around and helping me get through this super frustrating game. But we made a lot of progress, tons of progress tonight. This was good. So yeah, all right. I'm gonna go over to Greg's stream. I don't know what he's playing tonight. I don't know. And yeah. So as I wave at my classes, I wave on the stream. Talk soon.